Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Inquisitor. This is episode number 22, I believe. Actually, 23, sorry. This is why I'm not the biggest fan of these. Recording the video, despite all the upsides, I am going to get the video number wrong a lot. Anyways, last time, we ran to go speak to the Countess, only to find out that the vampire was the Countess. The Countess has lived for over 1,500 years. Apparently, she was a follower of the Sabbath, and she was going into a frenzy, killing everyone. We killed her, though, and acquired the Hosta. Now, I'm actually going to criticize the writing here a little bit. I feel like it would have been better if instead of going in a frenzy against us, she had tried to reason with us, proving she's a member of the Sabbath, and had tried to convince us of the cause, saying that she had become a vampire in order to see the work through of restoring things to God Almighty's vision. I feel like that would have been a really hard twist, and it would have made you wonder which, if any, options were the good options. I mean, are there any options at all that are good, or are they all bad? I mean, you got the insane occult, a vampire, or the status quo. So that's my personal take on this, but other than that, we've got to go find Nontal. Jeez, look at all this blood, and bodies too. Bodies everywhere. Mostly down there, but still a few here and there. It would also explain why she tried to ingratiate herself with the commoners, though.
You did it, Inquisitor. Praise be to the vengeful God.
How did this happen?
When the second cloud appeared in the sky, Isabella ordered me to bring a few paupers from the harbor to the palace. She claimed that His Eminence was a follower of the cult, and that he meant to bring about the apocalypse. I was convinced that she wanted to stop him by stirring up the common folk against him.
But you were wrong.
The Countess led the paupers to a secret chamber and ordered that no one disturb them. After several hours, she emerged from the chamber as a bloodthirsty monster. It was then that I realized that she was a member of the Sabbath, and that she wanted to use the blades from Calaga to carry out her own plan.
Are you saying that the Sabbath was created by vampires?
They were once beings of light. At least that's what they claim. Supposedly, they became bloodsuckers because of the dark magic that tainted the world when Christ ascended from the cross. For centuries, vampires have been searching for a way to undo the curse. They believed that light would return when they destroy Jesus' dark emanation, existing as the murk in the unworld.
Let me guess. They wanted to use the 3 blades from Calaga to accomplish this.
Isabella only had one of them. I believe she wanted to acquire the other 2 by using her vampiric power. She needed human blood to awaken it, and likely didn't expect that the taste of blood would stir the dark desires and hunger she would not be able to control.
How do you know all that?
I am a spy for the Holy Office's inner circle. I discovered everything by collecting information about Calaga. The Countess was my best source, but I failed to see that she was playing on 2 fronts. I believed her to be a harmless aristocrat passionate about the life of Christ, but she proved more dangerous than the followers of the cult.
Is what they told me about Jesus true?
Do not be deceived by their words. They're madmen. Reuchlinn in particular. The old man used to work for the Countess, but they parted ways when Isabella found out he was a follower of the cult. It was he who infected the Cardinal with the apocalyptic vision of Christ's awakening. But he didn't share his full knowledge with him, which is what allowed him to pull the strings. The Countess knew that Reuchlinn was a threat, which is why she had him poisoned. Unfortunately, it was not effective. When the clouds began to appear in the sky, it became obvious that the old man had survived. I don't know how he managed it. The poison that the innkeeper mixed into his meal was potent enough to kill 12 men.
Ingvar transplanted his soul into Liliana's body.
You must stop him, Inquisitor. The 4 horsemen must be sent back into the void from whence they were summoned. If they remain in the Unworld, they will create a gate through which they will cross over into our world, and we will then meet our doom.
How do I do that?
All I know is it requires an act of sacrifice.
In the Umworld, it's not easy to survive there as it is.
Get the 3 blades from Calaga. They will give you strength. Unfortunately, I will not be able to help you. Forgive me.
Find the guard captain, Scamp. Tell him to gather his men and come to the catacombs. It's possible that I will need their help.
And what about her?
Have the captain send someone for her. I don't want Nontal to die.
Have the captain send someone for her.
Gotta return to the Enochian Circle. One of the Countess's guards, I imagine. Yep. Guess they're now just patrolling. Somehow I don't think Nontal's gonna make it, though. She might. Nothing new about Nontal when she revealed she's a spy. That's unfortunate. Wonder who this is. Defiant girl entered the palace despite my telling her not to. She appeared in the secret chamber as I was finding the Countess. The vampire immediately lunged at her. She must like innocent blood. I asked Amelia to find the guard captain and deliver a message to him. I hope Bertram listens to her and comes to the catacombs with his men. To aid me, mind you, not to join the cult. Friend died defending Amelia from the Countess. The loyal pooch did not deserve such an end. Poor friend. So this is like the darkness of Jesus, I suppose? She turned out not only to be the vampire that I was sent to Koeningstein to find, but also a member of the Zabbath. She had planned to use her vampiric powers to get the Pugio and the Gladius. She needed human blood to awaken those powers. Unfortunately, tasting it stoked a hunger inside her that she wasn't able to control. In an effort to quench the desire for blood, she murdered all of her subordinates. Turned to the Enochian Circle. 3 kings were fools if they thought they had managed to get me on their side. It's time to make them aware of that by sending them to meet the Creator. But am I going to work for the Zabbath? Found an interesting letter in the Countess's secret chamber. Its contents explain the symbolism behind the 5-petal rose, which became the mark of the Zabbath. Mask, right? Yeah. Don't have a choice, I must use the Mary Executioner from Tianan's mask. It's the only way to defeat the vampire. Mist clouds. Nontal claimed that the only way to send the horsemen back into the void is through an act of sacrifice, whatever that means. Seems that the necklace worn by the Countess's trusted servants is the key to Isabella's secret chamber. It's good that I found it in Ingvar's laboratory. Yeah. Very good. Let's get moving. Can't go back through these doors, can I? Nope. Seems my Inquisitor is going to be Mr. Status Quo then. kind of a shame. I was hoping for an Inquisitor that deviates in some way. Like one that might join the Zabbath. But oh well. Let me actually check my collectibles progress. So I missed most of the harbor ones, missed almost all of them in the Countess's Palace, missed 2 in the Cathedral, 2 in the Tavern, and 2 in the Market. Okay, so I got most, but not even close to all. See what awaits us when we get through this gate. Oh yeah, journal entries. While searching for a medic, I stumbled upon the catacomb. I found his workshop in the Enochian Circle. I also learned that the murderers were the 3 kings, Cardinal, Ingvar, and Reuchlinn, whose soul was implanted into Liliana's body. Fortunately, I fell into their hands. I tried to fight, but there were too many opponents. After one of the punches, I was knocked unconscious on the ground. Woke up with my hands tied. The Cardinal, Ingvar, and Reuchlinn stood over me, all wearing red coats. The 3 kings turned out to be followers of the cult. They openly admitted they wanted to use the blades from Caliga to awaken Christ from his eternal slumber. They only needed the spear that the Countess had, which I agreed to get for them. After leaving the catacombs, I went to Isabella's palace. When I arrived, I was greeted by ominous silence and a wounded Nontal. Servant said she'd been attacked by the Countess turned vampire. It was difficult to believe that Isabella was the bloodsucker I was after, but I followed her trail at once. The sight I saw at the palace chilled the blood in my veins. Bloody corpses of the Countess's victims were scattered everywhere. I did not mean to share their fate. I defeated the vampire using the blades from Caliga, the merry executioner from Tianan's mask. Sadly, faithful friend fell by Isabella's hand. After killing the vampire, I thoroughly questioned Nontal. The servant gave me valuable information on the cult and the Zabbath, saying that she's a spy for the Holy Office. I'm not surprised by that. The fact that she's a spy makes sense. There's death. Horseman of Plague. So yeah, the next Unworld trip's probably going to be the most dangerous. Not looking forward to that trip. Looks like everything's calmed down through here, though. Take the shortcut. Here we are. Who is that?
Get him. Don't kill him.
Let go.
Let him go, dog. Let him watch in awe. Wasted effort, Inquisitor. The fallen angel answers only to me.
You killed the Cardinal and Ingvar. Why?
They outlived their usefulness. Those naive fools believed it was possible to resurrect Christ vengeful. I chose not to disillusion them, as they served my purpose. I needed the Cardinal's influence and Ingvar's skills. Both of them were my puppets, just like you. The third blade from Caliga. I have them all at last. I didn't think you'd manage it. I thought you would die or flee. I planned on sending the fallen one for the Hasta. But since you did fetch it, you will witness the birth of a new god.
What are you trying to achieve?
I will use the power of the blades to enter the Unworld and return an immortal deity, leading the 4 horsemen in a new body woven from darkness itself.
I shall sow terror in people's hearts. All the kings of this world will have to bow to me.
So she's the final boss.
By the Lord's sword. He's done it. He's entered the Umworld.
The transplantation spell still binds him to the girl. Kill her. It is the only way to destroy his spirit.
You want to be free of him. Why don't you do it yourself?
I cannot lift a hand against the one who holds power over me. However, I was not ordered to guard him, so I won't stand in your way.
Liliana is innocent. Reuchlinn only used her flesh. He said that he'd leave her body once he exited the Umworld, so she could still be saved.
Don't be a fool, Inquisitor. The 4 horsemen will soon appear. Reuchlinn will have to satiate their hunger by giving them the townsfolk to feast on. You must choose. Either her or them.
This is tough. I actually am very curious what choices will be made. But ultimately, I think I'm going to take a risk.
I won't kill an innocent woman.
It failed.
She's dead.
Did you think she could be saved? Poor fool. I sucked out all her life force. Her soul is burning in hell.
You'll pay for this.
You'll join her soon enough. Keeping you here would be a mistake. You carry a hidden power within you that could threaten me. That much is clear to me now.
What power? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the carte blanche you drew from the deck of Saint Temerius. The blank card can trump all others. You drew it because you are the blade, although you remain ignorant of it. You could have stopped me, Inquisitor, but you were blind.
You're lying.
Okay, I want to redo my option. How can I do
I
that?
could kill you, but I'll let you ruminate on your
Yeah, I'm going to redo it. I'm going to take the 22-minute hit. Oh joy, I'm going to be doing a lot of skipping, hopefully. I'll probably do a second playthrough. Like I said, I'm planning to do a second playthrough of the Inquisitor. If I do, I'll probably choose not to kill Liliana. Actually, I probably should have just not killed Liliana anyways. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. Just skip through everything. I'm kind of annoyed with myself now. I did that split-second decision and I should have waited. So yeah, now I feel kind of stupid about skipping, but oh well.
In the onward.
Get the...
Find the...
Again, have the captain send someone for her. Let's freaking move. Hightail it. Yeah, I'm not surprised Noltal was a spy for the Holy Office. She had an aloof air that seemed just to be cold, but could very well be a spy trying to focus solely on their work. So, in hindsight, her mannerisms made sense. Make a lot more sense, I should. So yeah, this time I'm ending Liliana, but oh well. Yeah, I really should have just taken the bad ending there. I'm an idiot. So you know what? Despite the fact I just skipped through all that again, I'm very tempted to just remake that same choice. We'll have to make it in the next episode. Till then.